14 months ago, I was 366,000 Rand in debt. But today, I'm about to make my final payment to be debt-free. Sure, if you're struggling with unaffordable debt, in the next 60 seconds, I'm going to show people in South Africa the exact service I use to write off and significantly reduce my monthly repayments, and how I became debt-free in just 14 months without having to borrow any money from anyone else to pay it off. So, as of today, no more payday loans, credit cards, car payments, home loans, personal loans. No more avoiding phone calls or dreading to open the mail. I'm finally free. You see, I get it. Talking about debt can be difficult. I hated talking about it. In fact, I was so embarrassed that I'd gotten myself into such a mess I didn't even speak to my wife to begin with. But then it got to a point where I just needed to speak to someone. So my debts were ruining my life and my family's life. I couldn't afford to go out with my friends. I was arguing with my wife all the time about money. No matter how hard I tried to stick to the budget, I just couldn't stay on top of all the interest and the penalty fees. So finally, one day, I thought, this is not going to work. I need help. So my only regret is, of course, I waited for more than a year to actually get the help that I needed. But all I needed to do was take a free assessment to see if I qualified for the help, which I did, of course, and I put the link to the survey I used on this video somewhere. And if you're struggling with debt, I really highly recommend that you try it too. Once I found out that I qualified, I spoke to a non-judgmental expert debt advisor whose main concern was to help me get rid of this stormy kind of cloud of debt that was following me around everywhere. I was worried that they'd judge me and, for getting myself into the situation, but there was none of that. I could tell that they genuinely wanted to help. In the end, they helped me set up what's called an IVA, which consolidated all my debt into one affordable payment. They got some of the debt written off. They got my monthly debt repayments significantly reduced. So I had one payment and I paid it for a fixed period, only 14 months instead of 10 years. And then I was going to be debt-free, which I am today. It was great. I was able to pay off all my credit cards, my car, my personal loans, and I dread to think where I'd be if I'd not taken the free assessment to see if I qualify. It's just a massive weight off my shoulders, and now I can get back to being the person I used to be and actually start saving some money. So if there's one thing you do today, make sure it's this. You could be debt-free in no time. Think how much happier you'd be. I know it made a huge difference in my life. So tap the Learn More button to take the free assessment to see if you qualify. And by this time next week, thousands of rands could be written off, or your monthly payment significantly reduced to a level that can be easily afforded. Trust me, it feels absolutely fantastic. So go ahead and tap the Learn More button and see if you qualify. It's absolutely free.